Not the most ideal day to be outside, but you know what? We have girls lacrosse at Jim Goda Stadium on the campus of Moorhead High School. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's coverage of girls lacrosse here on Spuzz TV. Tommy Fox coming to you live on a crisp Thursday afternoon. 50 degrees, rain in the forecast later today. And it should rain throughout this game, but we will play on as usual. The Spuds, red hot. 3-1 offensively. They have been tough to stop. 3 straight games they've scored double digits. They've scored into double digits, as their most recent win was a blowout against the St. Cloud Lacrosse Club, the St. Cloud Crush. 13-3 win on April 27th. Spuds with an explosive second half of play. 10 goals in the second half, and they look to do that here against a weak Sauk Rapids team. 0-5, they have struggled this season. A 14-87 point differential. They've been shut out twice, and they look to do the opposite here at Jim Goda Stadium and stun the Spuds to get their first win on the year. Starting lineups for the Storm. It'll be Kaylee Cahill, Amijah Harrison, Elena Bowie, Kaylin Olson, Kennedy Oddison, Kristen Keeman, Kaya Johnson, Sydney Bauer, Sophia Nielsen, and Lauren Brown. Kerpa's looking to get things started, and a good save made there. First shot of the game is saved very nicely by Oddison. Another chance for Martinson. And they're not going to call. It is a goal. They are signaling goal for Martinson. Little confusion on the field. Looks like they are going to count it. It'll go to Martinson. And she's at 17 goals on the season. That was a quick start. There was a little controversy on that play there, but with 11:39 left in the first quarter, Martinson gets the Spuds on the Atchison Company scoreboard. She has just been phenomenal, on another planet this season so far. And speaking of the Spuds, let's go over their starting lineup as Martinson wins the faceoff. It'll be Lake Parr in the goal. Katie Canyu, Cami Wojtke, Allie Moser, Lily Grafstrom, Sydney Martinson, of course, who scored the opening goal. Aubrey Keeping, Abby Kerpus, Kaylee Engebretson, Jocelyn Junk, Ava Gilbertson, and Haley Krieg. And when you match up a team that has been red hot offensively and a team that has been soft defensively, as the save is made there by Oddison, it is not a great match. Basically oil and water. Kerpus almost got the goal to go, but another save by Oddison, and she's almost able to clear it. About 10 yards behind the midfield line, and here come the Storm. On the near side, some good defense by Canyu, but a penalty will be assessed to her. It'll go the other way in favor of the Storm. Here's a ground ball picked up by Bowie. Here's Cahill. Looking around. It'll stay here. Knocked out by Wojtke. Spuds, of course, started the season 0-1. They have not slowed down since. Pass is a little too high. It's going to go out of play, intended for Elena Bowie. Grafstrom on the near side, looking to get it out of trouble. Defended by Bowie. Good pass up to Kerpus. 3 Spuds ahead of her. She gets it to Martinson. Martinson finds Keeping. Keeping through traffic, and the spin. Keeping inside, and the shot is wide of the net. The big 3 for the Spuds, trying to string another goal together, but they came up just short. And they will reset. Martinson looks around, centering, feed, and they score! Cami Wojtke makes it 2-0 Spuds on the assist from Martinson. And it's already 2-0 in the first quarter on the Atchison Company's scoreboard, and this is what the Spuds have been best at, getting leads early and keeping those leads. They started out slow, of course, in the win against the Crush. But a 10-goal second half sealed the deal. And that game was headlined by a masterful performance from Aubrey Keeping. And a whistle and a penalty. It'll stay with the Storm, but Wojtke able to poke it out of the stick of Olsen. Wojtke looking to get her second of the game. She does! 3-0, just like that.
Another Spud goal scored by number 2, Cami Wojtke.
And Wojtke is already 1 goal away from a hat trick.
3:50 the time of that Spud first quarter goal.
She really didn't have to do much. She just popped the clutch and found the back of the net. Here's Martinson on the faceoff. She has 1 goal and 1 assist. Martinson easily wins the faceoff. She might just take it herself. Martinson with the fake. Martinson scores! Oh, a laser from Martinson. 4-0.
Moorhead Spud goal scored her second of the match.
And an immediate timeout by the Storm. Wojtke and Martinson throwing haymakers early in the first quarter. A 4-0 spurt for the Spuds when we come back.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and back-dragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss Snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are the breakdown.
Head coach for the Storm, Leah Somerville, trying to get her girls more motivated as they are down 4-0 in a blink. After the Martinson goal, she immediately called timeout. Just an avalanche of goals so far, and it shows no sign of stopping. At least as of right now. Martinson with a nice play to Keeping on the faceoff. Back to Martinson, over to Wojtke. Wojtke puts on the speed. She has shown that she has wheels all throughout the season, especially on her 2 goals. Especially, mainly her second goal. She really used that speed to her advantage, and Kirpus makes it 5-0.
That's a good Moorhead spud goal scored by number 10. She did it on purpose. It's Abby Purpose. 4:31 the time of that.
Kirpus with her 10th of the season. And speaking of goals, Sydney Martinson has eclipsed 20 points on the season. 18 goals and 3 assists. 21 points to be exact. Good pass to Keeping. Keeping inside, almost an assist. Gilbertson was there. She couldn't cradle it. Couldn't secure the pass from Keeping. And Kirpus will reset for the Spuds behind the net. Ground ball picked up by Keeping. Keeping inside and just wide. Martinson's there to recover. Martinson has time. Thought about asking for a screen from Kirpus. Pass was tipped on the entry. Recovered by Dielstra. Kirpus. Pass to the outside. Across to Gilbertson. Stavanger with the pass to Dielstra. Now it's Martinson. Martinson centering feed, and it's just wide. And high as well. And it'll be recovered by Stavanger, at least for the moment. Fight for the ball, and now it's won by Stavanger. Stavanger will look around. Stavanger penetrates the defense. Inside the 5-meter and the 6, and a whistle. And from the 8-meter, Stavanger will have a free shot as the penalty will be assessed to the Storm. Stavanger off the post. A bouncing attempt, and she couldn't get it to go. And a penalty. A high stick on the Spuds, it looks like, and it'll go the other way now. A turnover on the Storm. Canyu from the sideline. She takes it out. Looking to use the speed on Mohammed. Stavanger able to keep it alive. And a sea of Storm players able to get it out of trouble to Dielstra. Dielstra on the near side. Centering feed. Couldn't connect. Now it's Gilbertson. Stavanger. Stavanger scores! This time she cashes in. And it's 6-0 in the first.
7:39 the time of that Spud first quarter goal.
The Spuds are sitting pretty right now. 4:21 left in the first quarter, a 6-0 lead on the Atchison Company scoreboard. And the defensive struggles continue for the Storm. And the speed of Martinson is just too much for the Storm to handle. Will she take it coast to coast? It looks like she might try. Martinson inside off the post. Ground ball picked up, keeping. She lost it. Now Tullerud almost picked it up. Keeping gets it back. Across to Kerpus. Kerpus wanted Wojtke. Didn't like the look. Hesitates. Inside. Score! Centering feed. And there's your hat trick for Wojtke. 7-0 in the first.
Her third goal of the match, a hat trick for number 2, Tammy Wojtke. 8:24 the time of that Spud first quarter goal.
Head coach Brianne Martinson of the Spuds has to just be ecstatic right now with their offensive efficiency. Martinson up ahead to Keeping. Keeping with a nice move. Now it's Kerpus. Kerpus inside the 5. Kerpus will crash into the net. And they're going to count it as no goal. The referee did make the goal sign. So once again, a little more confusion with the officials. It'll stay with the Storm. Fight for the ball at the midfield line. Won by Gilbertson. Here's Kerpus. Kerpus looked at Dielstra. Wanted Keeping. Kerpus gets it back. Kerpus will score. This one counts. And it adds to the lead. That'll be Kerpus's second goal of the afternoon. An 8-0 lead in the first quarter. Wow.
The time of that Spud first quarter goal.
Just an offensive clinic so far, and we're not even done with the first quarter of play. Martinson will win the faceoff. Zips it ahead to Keeping, who lost control. Now it's a ground ball that is going to be shoveled in the air, played near the midfield line, won by the Storm, and a hit delivered by Dielstra. Dielstra with some physicality near the sideline in front of the Spuds bench. Here's the pass to Bowie. Pass could not be controlled by Rianne Mohammed. Great defense by Krieg. Under 2 minutes to play in the first. Here's Bowie behind the net. Bowie in trouble. Looking for a centering feed. Instead of pass on the far side on the 12. Back to Bowie. And it's taken away for the moment by the Spuds, and it is. It was started by Brielle Hofer and taken by Canyu. Now it's Dielstra. Dielstra turning on the Jets. Wraps around the net. Centering feed for keeping, no good. Another chance for the Spuds. It is Gilbertson. Thought about a goal, hesitated at the last moment. Now the Spuds will share the ball. And shot just wide by Astrup. Reese Astrup almost made it 9-0. She was almost near the crease. Another opportunity, and it is another miss. Good save that time by Otteson. And despite the score, Otteson has made some clutch saves, mainly in the beginning after the Martinson goal. But other than that, it has not been pretty thus far. 30 seconds left on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Up ahead to Astrup. Astrup through traffic. Keeping on the near side. Keeping with a clear lane. And keeping. Lost control of it. Cradled it before firing at the net. And it's intercepted. Time left, and they score! With time winding down, they get another. And the consensus is that it was Liv Dielstra who got the goal, and that definitely seems to be the case. Dielstra on the interception. That will most likely be the final goal of the first quarter. Martinson will win the faceoff. She'll play it out. And the whistle sounds. That'll do it for the first quarter of play. An absolute onslaught at Jim Goda Stadium. The Spuds lead it 9-0 on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Can they keep it going? We still have 3 quarters of action left here on Spuds TV.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day, and in return to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful, and it really brings me back every day.
A 9-0 lead for the Spuds as we enter the second quarter of play here at Jim Goda Stadium. Tommy Fox coming to you live here on the campus of Moorhead High School. A little reminder, after the girls game, the boys will take action against the Monticello Moose. Andrew Serrell and Alex Jackson And there seems to be, they won't be on the call for that game. And we will keep you posted as much as we can on who will call that game. Spuds with all confidence all around in just one quarter of play, and they look to keep it going.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set to begin second quarter action in girls lacrosse. Sauk Rapids Rice and Moorhead.
Spuds looking to make it 4 straight. The Storm just looking to get out of the mud and go to 1-5 on the year. And off we go with the second quarter of play. Dijkstra takes it up the near side. Has a clear lane ahead. Dijkstra. And a whistle. She will get a free shot. A penalty on the Storm. Chance to make it a double-figure lead for the Spuds. And she scores. An absolute onslaught at the Goda. 10-0 Spuds.
Scoring her second goal of the game.
Her second of the game. Liv Dijkstra. Her 4th goal of the season.
The second quarter time of that Spud, second quarter goal.
And Martinson will just have Kerpus, Keeping, and Martinson on the bench to give the rest of her players minutes, and the Storm are on the board.
Number 5.
They stop the bleeding momentarily. It is 10-1 on the Atchison Company scoreboard.
That's what her jersey says. Yeah, it's super tall.
And the scoring consensus is that Lydia Holmgren got the goal. 10:26 to go in the second quarter and counting. Spuds lead by 9. Good spin by Larson. Taylor Larson just shovels it away. That was not a smart decision as the ground ball is fought for but won by the Storm. They catch a break. Here is Holmgren. Holmgren with the pass as she was hit. The Spuds aren't typically a physical team. They will use physicality usually, but they'll mainly beat you with their speed. And speed, it does create physicality a lot of the time. Losing control of it was Nielsen. Nielsen gets it back, defended by Stavanger on the 12-meter. Nielsen, ball in the air and taken away Gilbertson. Ahead to Moser. Moser through the 12-meter around, and it bounces in, and she scores. A beautiful shot from Allie Moser.
Taking the ball coast to coast. Scoring for
Coast to coast, indeed. And the lead is back to double digits.
3:28 the time of that Spud second.
Her first goal of the year. And it's 11-1 on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Here is the face-off. Batted across the midfield line, and bodies colliding, bodies falling down. Play continues on. There's no whistle. And Stavanger hit the ground pretty hard, brushes herself off. But the Storm look to take advantage, and they won't be able to as she's back in the game. And it's taken away. Bowie had it, but Geist said not so fast. Madison Geist looking to take it the distance. She has options. With the spin, Geist almost took it coast to coast. Shot was blocked outside the crease. And Dielstra will check into the game for Geist. Geist with a really good spin. And that hit a player's face. Couldn't find the number on who got hit. But it was definitely on the shot from Geist. And it's picked up by Tollerud. Canyu with the pass to the midfield line. And it is fought for and scooped up by Astrup. Able to get it across the midfield line, intended for Dielstra. Taken the other way by the Storm. Dielstra with some good defense on the far side. It goes out of play. And the Storm will maintain possession. Spuds get possession back. And a foul. Penalty called on the Storm. Timeout on the field. A 10-goal lead for the Spuds. 11-1. And the action will continue on for the Spuds here on Spuds TV.
Hi, I'm Katie with First Community Credit Union, and we're here in Fargo, North Dakota at Bailey's PDR. So what made you choose FCCU for your business needs?
I love the customer support that they give, that I have people's phone numbers that I can reach whenever I need to. When you're conducting business, you don't have hours to hopefully make up a financial decision, so sometimes you need those questions answered, and at FCCU, they're there always for you.
We have a goalie change here at the Goda. Serenity Hagelstrom will replace Lake Parr as the Spuds lead 11-1 on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Tommy Fox coming to you live from Jim Goda Stadium. Alex Ryan producing, Chris Carvel and Alex Hagan running the camera so you can see the action here on Spuds TV. And it is a good one so far. If you are a Spud fan, a 10-goal lead for Moorhead as they look to make it 4-1 on the season, 4 in a row after starting 0-1. And this will make it 4 straight games in which the Spuds have eclipsed 10 goals or more. So it's safe to say offensively, they have been dangerous. The Storm just trying to stay above water right now. They are in the weeds as they just cannot seem to get anything going. Lydia Holmgren has the only Sauk Rapids goal.
Parked in the west parking lot here at Moorhead High School. It is in the fire lane. If you could please remove that black SUV. It's not necessarily in the parking lot. It's in the
Martinson will control outside the 12-meter. Pass inside. Oh, it's a beauty of the post. Junk almost had a goal. The look to reset. Junk outside the 12-meter. Looking for keeping. Spins out of trouble. And a whistle on the field. It'll go against Moorhead, and the Storm will have possession. And a long pass over the head of Bowie. And it's taken by Moorhead on the far side. Checking into the game for the Spuds, it'll be Allie Moser. Still 11-1, 4:50 to go in the first half. Holmgren has control. Wraps around the net. Works her way to the 12. Almost taken away that time by Wojtke. She has been a pest outside the 12-meter. Spuds thought about trapping, instead lay off. Here's Bowie. Bowie backs away. Defended by Krieg. Almost couldn't be handled that time by Holmgren. Holmgren is met by Jonk. Nielsen the pass. Here is Larson. Nielsen again. And that'll be a shove on Junk. And the Storm will control from the 12-meter. Looking to chip away at the lead, and they won't this time. Taken away. Pass up ahead to Junk. Pass is too high for keeping. But Martinson might beat them to it, and she will. Martinson with some excellent hustle. She looks to take it the distance, and she does. Sydney Martinson with the hat trick.
Unassisted goal and hat trick for the Spuds, number 8, Sydney Martinson.
Her 19th on the season.
That's Spud's second quarter goal scored at the 9-minute even mark here at Jim Goda Stadium.
Theoretically, that should have been picked up by the Storm. Just Martinson is just too fast. And Martinson really just made it look effortless. It looked like she was almost jogging to the ball. Ground ball almost taken away by Wojtke. Keeping is in the mix. Fight for the ball. Collision near the Spuds bench. Wojtke able to get back up. Here is Bauer. Intercepted by Martinson. She was right there. Will she take it to the rack? She might. But instead, she'll feed inside. They score. Martinson looked at her wrist and said she has time today. Just took her time, and it worked. Able to find Engebretson. Martinson really just put the game on pause because she had all day to find Engebretson, and it's 13-1.
1 minute remaining in our first half.
Martinson with 5 points on the day, 3 goals, 2 assists, a hat trick. Engebretson with her first goal of the game. Her third of the year. Martinson. And a whistle. And a penalty on the Spuds. Or no, it'll be on the Storm. And a free shot for Martinson. She'll look to get 4 before the half's done. Martinson locks and loads, and she misses off the foot of Otteson. Spuds have 2 seconds to work. They'll just pass it around. And that'll do it for the first half of play. A stellar performance from the Spuds. Everyone getting involved. You get a goal, you get a goal, you get a goal. That has been the case here at Jim Goda Stadium. A 12-point cushion for the Spuds on the Atchison Company scoreboard. We'll return after halftime here on Spuds TV.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
At Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
More than 80 years ago, First Community Credit Union was established by farmers for farmers. We know farmers and ranchers are the backbone of our communities. That's why First Community Credit Union is proud to serve and support our local ag producers. Our expert staff know and understand the local ag industry because they grew up in it. From operating loans to equipment and real estate purchases, we can help ensure your operation is a success. First Community Credit Union, rooted in your future.
Atchison Companies is a private investment firm focused on helping small businesses succeed. We are more than investors. We are proven hands-on operators. Atchison Companies works with independent businesses in the manufacturing, distribution and engineering sectors. We invest across the Northern Plains with a buy and hold philosophy, while providing stable leadership and a proven operating system. Atchison Companies is proud to support the Moorhead Spuds.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
13-1 coming out of the halftime break. Tommy Fox coming to you live from Jim Goda Stadium. The boys lacrosse team is scheduled to start at 6:30, of course, against the Monticello Moose. Alex Ryan is our producer. Chris Carvel and Alex Hagan, our cameramen here this evening. The Spuds feeling it on both sides of the ball. Offensively, stellar, as it has been on this 3-game winning streak. 13 goals in one half. That's pretty impressive. Could they potentially cross 20 goals on this game? They have yet to do that this season. They've come pretty close. The closest they've been was their second game of the year against Osseo Park Center on the road, 15-3. They are just playing with immense confidence, especially Sidney Martinson, who has 5 points on the afternoon. It's starting to get a little windy here in Moorhead, Minnesota, as Martinson wins the faceoff, and we're underway. Martinson will score. Right away, mobbed by her teammates. Almost a carbon copy goal from her first goal of the game, which came under 20 seconds after the opening faceoff to begin the game. And Martinson, of course, as always, wins the faceoff. Pass goes to Moser. Hofer, high for keeping. Now it's Kerpis battling her way inside, and she scores. Now Kerpis has a hat trick. 3 Spuds have hat tricks. Cami Wojtke, Sidney Martinson, and now Abby Kerpis. 14-1 on the Atchison Company's scoreboard. Now I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. The boys will play the Monticello Magic, not the Moose. So, just for clarification, for people who actually do know Monticello's mascot, but of course that game is scheduled, at least for the moment, at 6:30. So stay tuned. Kerpis looking to do it again. She does! Takes a little bit of a hit afterward. And she's at 4 goals. 3 goals already. Three goals to start the third.
Minute 42, the time of that Spud third quarter goal.
Kerpis has 4 of them. And she'll go to the bench alongside keeping. Jonk is about ready to check in. Martinson told her to stay on the sideline for now. And Kerpis, just loads of confidence, living it up on the bench. Here's Dilstra. Passes a little wide of Canyu. Ground ball scooped up by Engebretson, who has the goal in this game. Got the pass from Martinson, and that was way too high, and Jonk knew it. That was a good attempt, just a little high of the net. Spuds playing a little tic-tac-toe. A zone look for the Storm. Canyon was open, heading towards the crease. Now it's Dielstra. Dielstra looking around. Now it's Canyon again. She lost a little control. This one goes in, and they score! Canyon able to get a little redemption? Can you feel the energy, ladies and gentlemen?
Moorhead Spud goal scored by number 1, Katie Canyu. .332, the time of that Spud third quarter goal.
Spuds win the faceoff once again. Here's Dielstra. Dielstra centering feed wide of Canyu. A 17-1 lead for the Spuds, and once again they show no signs of slowing down. Spuds able to maintain control. Here's Dielstra. Dielstra on the far side works her way inside the 12. Now the 8, now the 5. Looking for options, finds Ingebretson, who thought about taking a shot at the net. Instead, able to find Moser. Here is Canyu again, and she scores! Her second goal of the quarter.
It looks like she can. Time of that Spud third quarter goal. At 5.
The Spuds are pouring it on. Canyu's third of the year. And all the Storm can do is watch as they are down 17 on the Atchison Company scoreboard. And Canyu has really been attacking the crease all afternoon. And it has worked to perfection. Keeping able to win the ground ball. Bouncing pass to Martinson. Martinson with the speed. The fake. Inside the 5. Shovels it in. She scores again. Not even a reaction, really. Just another day at the office for Martinson.
6:17 the time of that Spud third quarter goal.
And she'll take a rest on the bench. 19-1. Kerpis almost won the faceoff. Taking the faceoff for Martinson, who usually wins every time. Kerpis almost won that. And taking a swing and slow to get up was Harrison, Amijah Harrison. Nice spin that time from Larson, and she loses the ball. Here's Geist. Ahead to Gilbertson. In front of Dielstra, she has it now. Dielstra with an entourage. Dielstra with the speed, and Dielstra misses the net, and it's out of play. And another Spud goal. They are just pouring it on. As mentioned before, 20-1 now.
They're behind on their posting. Gilbertson.
The goal will go to Ava Gilbertson. Gilbertson, one of the 4 seniors on this roster, joins the goal parade, and it's a 19-point lead for the Spuds. And Kerpis wins the faceoff. She looks to take it the distance. Kerpis, full head of steam. Kerpis will score! Unbelievable! She is in her bag like the fries are at the bottom. Abby Kerpis. And not only that, but it is her 100th career goal.
Goal scored by number 10, Abby Kerpis. And we're also told that is Abby's 100th goal. Congratulations, Abby Kerpis.
100 points.
Oh, that's a career point. But whether it's an assist or a goal, it still counts. Congratulations either way.
And I'm getting confirmation that is her 100th point rather than her 100th goal. Still a milestone nonetheless for Abby Kerpis. And she has 5 on the game. So both Kerpis and Martinson are close to double hat tricks. Here is Dielstra. Dielstra inside the 12. Inside the 5. Dielstra off the crossbar. Ball is still loose. Jonk almost had it. Jonk falls down, and she's a little shaken up. Might have gotten hit by somebody's stick. Nice move by Keeping. Almost lost the ball. Keeping will not score. Odison with the save. Here is Mohammed. Nice spin near the midfield line. Now it's Taylor Larson. Bodies colliding at about the 37. And they both get up. A Spud and a Storm player. Now it's Larson weaving her way through rush hour traffic. And the shot is wide of the net. Here is Grafstrom. And a minute remaining on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Here in the third. Now it's Jonk. She scores! Showing a little swagger in her trot after that one. The goals keep piling up.
That goal scored by number 16, Jocelyn Jonk. 11:14, the time of that Spud third quarter goal.
That is Jonk's first of the game and her third of the season. (22-1). Martinson, wow, she showed a ton of vertical ability there. She looks to take it the distance again. And she scores. Little bit of a late whistle there. The goal counts. And a double hat trick by who else? Sydney Martinson.
But goal credited to number 8, Sydney Martinson. That gives her a double hat trick for our lacrosse match this afternoon.
23-1, and that'll do it for the third quarter. 1 quarter left to play, and the Spuds are starting to taste a 4-1 record on the season. We still have more coverage of girls high school lacrosse on Spuds TV.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day, and in return to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful, and it really brings me back every day.
Hi, I'm Katie with First Community Credit Union, and we're here in Fargo, North Dakota at Bailey's PDR. So what made you choose FCCU for your business needs?
I love the customer support that they give, that I have people's phone numbers that I can reach whenever I need to. When you're conducting business, you don't have hours to hopefully make up a financial decision, so sometimes you need those questions answered, and at FCCU, they're there always for you.
One more quarter of play here at the Goda. Tommy Fox, Alex Ryan producing, Chris Carvel, Alex Hagan working the cameras here this afternoon. The rain is starting to come down as we wrap up the girls' game and prep for the boys' game later tonight. And another goalie change for the Spuds. Lake Parr back into the game as the Spuds are up 23-1. Their largest lead of any margin this season, and the most goals they've scored. Here's Martinson behind the net. Martinson's so patient. Looking for options. Will she try a wraparound? Lots of rotating for the Spuds. Martinson fakes the feed. Backs out of trouble. Now it's Engebretson. Here's Junk. Over to Gilbertson. She has a goal in this game. Swings it over to Kerpus. Kerpus back to Martinson. And they might just play keep away at this point. Martinson, another fake over to Kerpus. Here's keeping. Engebretson over to Junk. Junk to Gilbertson. Back to Martinson. Gets a little bit of a screen from Gilbertson. And she'll check out of the game for Tenley Tullerud. Martinson to Tullerud. Tullerud looking to take it into the back of the net. She gets it back from keeping. Weaves her way inside, and she draws contact and a penalty. A yellow card is going to be assessed to the Storm. The 8th grader almost was able to get on the board, but some heavy traffic. And the Storm will have possession as the penalty will be on the Spuds. And coming into the game for the Storm, Madison Nettle. As the Storm will just most likely get some more playing time from their bench. And the rain is starting to come down here a lot. Martinson gets it back. Martinson with the fake. Martinson with a wide shot, and it goes out of play. Looking to get her 7th of the contest, and she won't that time. Martinson, centering feed. Wojtke got hit from behind. Pass across to keeping, and it's going to go out of bounds. And the rain is definitely coming down here at the Goda. The umbrellas are out, but we play on. Here is Jonk. Jonk on the near side. Finds Martinson right there. Here is Kerpus. Kerpus to Martinson. 8:10 to go on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Spuds lead by 22. And right now, the Spuds will just play keep away for as long as they can. Here is Martinson to Kerpus. And the cameras had to be pulled in as the rain is coming down hard. Spuds will move to 4-1 on the year, 4 straight wins. And the Storm will fall to 0-6. And the point differential for them will just keep getting larger and larger as Kerpus thought about passing it to Martinson. She'll hold it. Pass to keeping. Back to Kerpus. Astrup and Tullerud into the game. Tullerud looking for her chance. Gets the pass from Kerpus, and it's picked up by the Storm. And Tullerud showing a lot of aggressiveness inside the 12-meter. Just ruthless going towards the crease. Here's Muhammad. Looking to get the Storm a little bit closer. And the ground ball is picked up by the Spuds before being shoveled out of bounds. Couldn't be lassoed in by Geist. And it is easily taken away by Martinson. Up ahead to keeping. And the Spuds can still play keep away if they choose. Kerpus looking around. Centering feed inside to Astrup. Astrup almost lost it. She does. She almost got it back. And there is a whistle on the field. Five minutes to play. Storm down 22. And it is a goal for the Storm, and they're getting a little closer. Going coast to coast was Sophia Nielsen.
I pulled my cameras. I got nothing.
And it is not easy to see numbers with this rain. It is now 23-2. Approaching 4 minutes to play. And taking a look at the Spuds schedule, as of right now, as they move to a 4-1 record, their next scheduled game will be on the road against Brainerd. And Brainerd's the same team that beat the Storm to begin the season by a similar margin. Here is Tolerud. Tolerud looking to take it to the rack. Tolerud right in front of that. She gets it back. Tolerud to Stavanger. Here is Astrup. Astrup. Astrup scores. 24-2. One of the two 8th graders on this varsity roster, and she delivers. And under 3 minutes to play, that might be the final nail in the coffin of this one. And that'll be Astrup's first goal on varsity. Welcome to the show, as they say. And it came in a rainy game at the Goda. And now Martinson. Martinson will just flip it over to Moser. Moser across to keeping. A statement win for the Spuds. Looking for goal number 25, and they got it. Finally, Tolerud finds the back of the net. She's been wanting that goal so bad ever since she checked in. 25-2 on the Atchison Company scoreboard, and she's got to love that. That is her first goal of the season. So 2 8th graders joining in on the fun and in the rain. And theoretically, there's probably an unwritten rule in lacrosse like there is with baseball. But you know what? Goals are goals, and it'll just make the stat sheet look even more impressive. The depth in this lineup is unbelievable for the Spuds. And 30 seconds left to play as the Spuds will just pass it out as Geist will take it up right in front of the bench. And she loses the ball. And she's able to get it back. And almost able to get a backhand goal. But it got hit out of her stick at the last moment. Back to Geist. Geist looking around. Ground ball picked up by the Storm, and that'll do it. The Moorhead Spuds are 4-1 on the year. Their offensive dominance translates to a big win against the Sauk Rapids Storm. They tame the Storm here this afternoon, a 23-point win, 25-2 on the Atchison Company scoreboard. A textbook performance from Martinson, Kirpus, and especially Lake Parr, only giving up those 2 goals. And the Spuds will go home happy, while the Storm have a long ride back home in the rain. And that'll do it for today's coverage of girls lacrosse. The Spuds win 25-2. I'm Tommy Fox saying so long from Jim Goda Stadium.